Hi everybody, welcome to our channel, Rebecca, Stu, and the Crew. I'm Rebecca, and today I'm going to show you how to use these little critters from Dollar Tree to make some really cute Easter and springtime headbands and hair bows. So the supplies you're going to need are some ribbon. I found all of these at the Dollar Tree. You'll also need the packets of the felt critters. You get 6 in a pack and they're individually wrapped. You'll also need some elastics. You can also find those at the Dollar Tree, as well as some headbands. Now these little alligator claw clips I got in a 6-pack at the Dollar Tree. And then these barrettes that are DIY I got at Hobby Lobby. You'll also need a lighter, a pair of scissors, and then you're going to need a hot glue gun. So let's get crafty. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up my packet. Like I said, you get 6 in a pack of these. If you notice there's some black writing on the back of those, it does kind of show through, so you might want to touch that up with some coordinating paint to hide that. And then just using some hot glue, I'm going to go ahead and put my little chick here together. It's very easy. Everything you need comes individually wrapped in the little packets that they have. Now Dollar Tree sells these little chicks that I'm using here. They also have bunnies, and then they have another pack that has a lamb, which I did not get, but those would be just as cute on these hair bows and things. So once I have the cheeks and the little beak and the wings on, I'm just going to go ahead and put the little feet on. You can pretty much put them anywhere you want. I like mine a little bit lower, and then you're going to go ahead and put the bow up at the top. You can put that on either side. It really doesn't matter. So you just put the little felt bow there, and then there's a little miniature pom-pom for the center of the bow. And so as you can see that writing a little bit through there. So if you cover that with paint, I think that would hide it. So now taking our ribbon, we're going to cut that 12 inches long, and we're going to do 4 pieces of each color. And using our hot glue, I'm just going to find the center of the ribbon and then kind of stagger the ribbon. So you don't want it right on top of each other when you're switching between colors. I'm just using the white and the yellow on this one here. So I see how I put that white ribbon kind of off-centered, so that you're going to create almost like a starburst pattern here as you go around in a circle. So we did the 2 yellow, then we're going to do the 2 white, and then we're going to go back to the yellow and do both of those, and then we'll go back to the white. And to show you what I mean, I just drew it on paper here. So there's the yellow ribbon, the blue X represents the white ribbon. So that's our first set. Now we're going to go back and make another plus sign with the yellow, and then our staggered white, as you can see on that little drawing there. So this is what it looks like once you have all of those ribbon glued together in a starburst pattern. And then we're going to go ahead and go around to all the yellow ribbon and cut that in a dovetail. Just fold that edges together there, and then cut from the center out towards the edge, and you'll get that really cute little decorative edge on the ribbon. Then for the lace ribbon, you really don't want to do that. You just want to cut that at an angle because it will start to come apart. So to help prevent that from coming apart, that's where our lighter is going to come into handy in just a few minutes. So now taking our coordinating elastic and an extra piece of ribbon. So this ribbon here is going to be our tie. So we're just going to singe the edges to help keep the ribbon from fraying, and we'll do that to all of the ribbon all the way around. And of course you want to do that to both sides. You don't want to get too close, and you want to be really quick about it so you don't catch it on fire or burn yourself. So now we're going to flip that ribbon over, and we're going to take some hot glue and make a line right across the center of that starburst pattern that we made with our ribbon, and then just put our elastic there, and you want to hold that for a few seconds until it sets up. So now taking our extra piece of ribbon that we cut, it's about 6 inches long, we're going to slide that under right through the center, and then we're going to pull that other end up, and then we're going to go right through the center of that elastic, and we're going to tie that into a double knot. So once you have that knotted twice, you could probably even knot it more than that if you want to. It's really not necessary. But what you can do is you can put some additional hot glue on the back there to make sure that that tie isn't going to come undone. Or you can do what I did, which was just take the lighter and then just seal the back of that to melt it a little bit to help hold it on, which is what I did. I think that's probably the best way to do it, but like I said, hot glue works too. And you just want to do it really quick, and it just kind of shrinks it down over top of that ribbon. Now you want to adjust your ribbons, flip it over, and then take a little bit more hot glue, and you're going to glue that little chick that we made out of the felt and glue that right to the center. And that is our first one done. I love how these turned out. They'd make a perfect addition to an Easter basket for a little one. I'm sure they would love to wear those. So that's the first one. So now for the second one, we're going to do a headband and a barrette. And I'm just going to show you how to make it once, and then pretty much it's self-explanatory how to get it onto the headband. So I'm just going to glue all the pieces on to the bunny. He just comes with a little belly, a pink belly. You have a bow with a pom-pom, and then you just glue on the two little cheeks, like right underneath of the eyes. So this one's actually a little bit quicker to put together than the chick was, but all in all, it's really quick and easy. You could even make these to sell. You could put a pin on the back of them. You could add them to a little tote bag, socks. There's lots of different options. So now we're going to use some ribbon to cut of your choice. We're going to cut those 8 inches long, and we need 4 pieces to start. So you're going to fold that in the center to make a crease, and then put some hot glue down the one side of the crease that you just made, and then fold that ribbon over into the center and glue that down. And then you're going to take some more hot glue and put that on the other side of the crease, and you're going to do the same step here by folding it over and just gluing that down to create one of the first loops to our bow. And I'm using a popsicle stick so I don't burn myself, because through the ribbon you can feel the heat of the hot glue. So now we're going to do that to all 4 pieces, and once that's done, we're going to go to the next step, which is folding the center of the bow in half towards you and make a crease. And then what you're going to do is put a little dot of hot glue right in that center, and then you want to go ahead and fold that back down and hold that with your stick just for a second to help hold that together. And we're going to do that to all 4 pieces. And this is what it looks like when you have the first piece done. Now this is where our little clip comes into handy here. So you're going to put some hot glue on the center, and then with those folded pieces towards you, you're going to start by gluing 2 pieces together, and then take that little clip and hold that in the center, and that's going to hold that together while that dries and while you're working on the second set. So you're gluing the first 2 together, now the second 2 together. And by now that glue on the other ones dries, you can take that clip off and go ahead and use that on the second set here. So it just takes a few seconds for those to dry and to hold into place, but you want to make sure that it has a good tight seal. So now we're going to do the exact same process. We're just going to glue the 2 sets of 2 together to make one big bow in the middle here. So I did clip that and set that aside while that dries. And now we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to cut 4 more pieces. We're going to lay the barrette upside down, and we're going to cut it so it hangs over about 1/2 inch on each side. And then you're going to go ahead and use that piece of ribbon that you cut there to measure and cut 3 more pieces. So all in all, you need 4 pieces that are about 1/2 inch long on each side of that barrette. That gives you enough room to dovetail those and to seal the edges and to give it a nice decorative edge. So now taking some hot glue, you're just going to put some glue across the top of that barrette, and we're going to glue our first piece of ribbon on there. Just try to center it the best that you can. And then we're going to use 2 more pieces of ribbon to create a decorative base. So we're going to glue those into an X pattern. So I just used a little bit of glue right down the center. You don't have to glue the whole piece of the ribbon because you're only going to be gluing that center section to that barrette. So I did that first piece, and then we're going to do the exact same thing and create an X pattern on the top of this barrette here. So once that's done, we're going to take that 4th piece that we had cut And we're going to use that as the center wrap to help make sure that this bow is going to stay together. So I put a dot of hot glue right in the center, and then I'm going to center that ribbon on top, and then just keep adding hot glue and wrapping that ribbon around until I have a nice tight hold all the way around. And it wrapped around about 1.5 times. And now that that glue is dry, all we're going to do is add some glue right down the center of the barrette, and then add that bow that we made right to the top of there. Once that's dry, we're just going to add some more hot glue and attach the bunny. And that makes the barrette. Now the only difference for the headband is if you don't want to use the barrette, you just leave the barrette off. Just use the regular bow with those 4 pieces, glue the bunny right to the center, and then just glue that right onto the headband. If you want, you can take a piece of ribbon and wrap it all the way around the headband before you glue that bunny on, but it's really not necessary. So that's the headband there, all finished. And then this is the barrette. And there it is in the hair. I love how this one turned out. I think that one's definitely my favorite. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to like and share. And here are some other videos from our channel you might also enjoy. Have a great day.